In part 2 of this orientation video, I'm going to show you some of the features in Cengage Now that we're going to be using. So you'll notice again, we talked about lecture assignments and homework assignments. So the lecture assignments are going to give you, again, a little bit of that face-to-face instruction. It's going to walk you through some of the terminology, some of the concepts, give you some examples that you'll be talking about in each chapter. So what I have done for each chapter is I've broken down the chapters into different sections by learning objective. So for example, in this part 1 lecture video, you will see these Tell Me More videos for learning objectives 1 through 5. So you'll watch these short videos that will show you some information about these learning objectives. And then in the Chapter 9 homework assignment part 1, you're actually going to be practicing those learning objectives. So to get to the video, you simply click on the link, the Tell Me More Learning Objective video. And again, it will just walk you through. When you watch these videos,
the term receivables,
again, it will give you some of that information. Down here, there's a slider bar. If you decide to fast forward to the end or just open up this window and close it back out, the system recognizes it as not being a completed assignment. So you do have to fully watch each one of those videos in order to have the system recognize it as a completed homework assignment. So please make sure you're doing that. Each one will have just a couple multiple choice questions or true-false questions that you have to answer. And again, please make sure that you watch all of these videos before you hit that submit button. You can save it and come back to it at another time, but you only get to submit your video assignments once. You can take your homework assignments twice if you'd like to. But again, please make sure if by accident you hit the submit button, it always gives you this warning asking you, are you sure you want to do this? If you don't, you can just click on the continue taking the assignment. For the homework assignments that you have, again, I've broken them down into different pieces based on the learning objectives that you'll be watching in the Tell Me More or the lecture assignment videos. But each one of your homework assignments, again, will have more than one question. So when you're here, you can minimize the screen. You can open up different windows and move them around. Up here, they will have a link directly to the learning objective of the ebook. So if you're getting stuck on something, you can click on this. It will open it up to the section in the textbook where that topic is discussed. There's also Show Me How videos. Several of the homework assignments that you'll be doing throughout the semester will have these Show Me How videos built in. These Show Me How videos literally do that. They show you how to answer a very similar question to the one that you're working on. If you're having some trouble, click on these Show Me How videos, and these videos will really walk you through how to do a similar example exercise. There's also a calculator that's built in here for you. Again, down here, you can save the assignment and come back to it at a later time, but please make sure you submit your assignment by the due date and time in order to receive credit for the assignment. It also tells you how many more check your works you have. So for example, this one, you have 3 check your works for every single question that's in this homework assignment. You can also email the instructor. So by clicking on this button down here, it will actually take a screenshot of the assignment question that you're working on, and then it will open up an email box where you can type me an email question asking for some help on a certain part of the question or the entire question, whatever the case may be, and it will get sent right to me. When I respond to that email, it will go to whatever email address you log in with to register with Cengage Now. So if that happens to be a personal email address, sometimes personal email addresses will kick these responses into your spam folder. On occasion, it has happened with ACC email addresses as well. So if you haven't heard from me for a day or so, double check your spam folders just to make sure that by accident it didn't get kicked in there instead. Some of your assignments will actually contain an Excel assignment. So one of the things that we've heard over and over again from employers is that a lot of students that graduate do not have any type of experience with Excel and doing formulas and things like that. So the wonderful thing about Cengage Now is they've actually embedded some Excel problems. So for example, in here, what you would do is you'll click on this link and you can watch a tutorial about the Excel, and then you can open up this Excel spreadsheet and it will walk you through what they want you to do. You do not have to email me or upload your Excel document. It's just used to help you answer the questions that are in Cengage now, but it's showing you how to use certain formulas to do these calculations. And again, this is a wonderful way to practice getting some advanced exposure in Excel that every employer is looking for. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to add to your resume, that you have advanced Excel skills. So definitely take advantage of those. But again, you do not need to send me your Excel document. You're just going to use that to answer some of the questions that are down here at the bottom of the page. Also in Cengage now, there are some wonderful study tools. So here you can get to the study tools and the adaptive study plan and the ebook. So under the adaptive study plan and study tools link, you will find for each chapter, there's a variety of resources. So for example, if we go to our chapter 9, the first thing that you will see for activities are activities that are available for the entire chapter. So there's an animated activity, which is a video, there's flashcards that are built in, there's a crossword puzzle that you can do. Quiz Bowl is like a Jeopardy game that you can play if you want to quiz yourself before a quiz or a test. There's some spreadsheets, there's some printable documents that you can do for templates if you'd rather. So all of those things are available here. If you click on any one of these learning objectives, you will find those Show Me How videos, many that are embedded in those homework questions that you have, and the Tell Me More videos that are contained in those lecture assignments that I have for you. So if you want to rewatch some of those, you can do that as well. You can also take a quiz. This is something that I never look at. This is purely for your benefit. So you can take a quiz. It's a multiple choice quiz. And at the end, it will grade you based on learning objective. And then it will give you a personalized study plan. So for areas that you might have not scored as high, they'll give you some things that they suggest you might want to take a look at, to reread certain portions of the chapter, to really help improve your understanding of those certain learning objectives. And then you can take a post-test, which again then is a multiple choice quiz that tests how well you're doing now that you've done their personalized study plan for you. So it's just a great way to see kind of your progress throughout a certain chapter. So that's available to you as well. The ebook is also wonderful if you've never used an ebook before. This one is very interactive. There's a lot of things that you can do in this ebook. So for example, if we were looking at chapter 9, and you wanted to do some reading of it, going through, let's say, the classifications, anything that is underlined and in blue, if you click on it, it will give you the definition. You can highlight and choose a different color to highlight something in. You can add a note if you were taking notes. So you might want to say, this is important, and it will save it to that exact location in the textbook. There's flashcards that are built in here for you as well, so you can quiz yourself again before a test or quiz. They'll give you the term and the definition. You could actually create your own card if you wanted to add something that you were looking to study at. You can also have the textbook read to you, so you simply highlight an area and say read text.
Includes all money claims against other.
If you don't like the way that it sounds, or if it's too fast or too slow, you can change it from fast to medium and from female to male.
Includes all money claims against other.
There's also a dictionary in here. There's the glossary. Right here with the pencil and highlighter, you will find anything that you've highlighted or taken a note with. So if you want to go back through your notes or your highlights, they're all put in here for you and organized. So you can scroll right through it, and you'll see here's what we did with chapter 9. It tells you the date that it was done, and if you click on the blue arrow, it will bring you to the exact page where you took that note or made that highlight. So that's a wonderful resource for you as well. Also in Cengage now, if I'm going to switch over to the student view for a moment, Under the Grades tab, that's where you'll find your grades that are generated by Cengage now. It's always such a great idea to go in here to review your assignments, your homework assignments, to see what the correct answers are. So the minute you submit your homework assignment, you can click on here. You can click then on your grade for that assignment. It will open it up for you. It will show you what you had entered in as the answer, and then it will also show you what the correct answer is. And if there's any calculation that had to be done, it will actually give you the formula and the breakdown of how to arrive at that correct answer. So it's a wonderful way to kind of learn from your mistakes so that you don't make those similar mistakes when you go forward onto a quiz or on a test. Under the Assignments tab, it will always default to showing assignments I can take now. So those are things that will be available to you. If you want to see all assignments, you can simply just click on the All Assignments link and it will show you every assignment that you have. Under the Assignments I can practice now, what is going to be contained in here is a practice set for every single chapter that you're going to be covering this semester. So what I've done is I've put together a practice set for each chapter that I never look at. It's purely for your benefit in terms of studying. And you can take that practice set as many times as you want. You can check your work an unlimited amount of times. If there's just one question that you want to do, you can go in and do that one question, submit it, see what the correct answer was, go back and take the assignment again, and every single question in that practice set is going to repopulate with new numbers. So even if there was just one or two questions you wanted to practice over and over and over again, you can do that because every time you submit that assignment and take it again, those numbers will change for every assignment. I've heard from so many students in the past that that is one of the most beneficial study tools that they have used because it really helps them prepare for exams and quizzes. So definitely be sure to take advantage of those as well. If you have any questions, please be sure to get in touch with me. I really look forward to working with all of you this semester.